What is the most bogus charge you've seen on a bill? I got charged $50 for asking too many questions. No, seriously. My girlfriend and I were celebrating our anniversary and decided to try this fancy new restaurant downtown. One of those spots that calls itself elevated dining and has more adjectives than food on the menu. The kind of place where you need a reservation 2 weeks in advance just to sit next to a potted fern that probably has more followers than you. Right off the bat, the vibe was intense. Our waiter introduced himself as a culinary curator and said his name was Basil. Not kidding. I thought it was a joke, but he was deadly serious. He handed us leather-bound menus with no prices and gave a rehearsed monologue about seasonal inspiration, molecular precision, and palate-driven storytelling. My girlfriend was into it. I was confused. The first item? Compressed heirloom citrus on a lavender foam nest. I asked what compressed meant in this context. Basil blinked twice and said, "It's a feeling." I raised an eyebrow. Okay. Next item. Marrow-infused vapor clouds with dill caviar. I asked how one eats a vapor. Basil's nostrils flared. "Sir, the presentation is ephemeral, as is life." That's when I knew I was about to be charged $30 for invisible food, but I couldn't stop. I asked about the difference between sun-kissed microgreens and shade-grown herbaceous clipping. I asked why the dessert came deconstructed. I asked what air-aged beef was. My girlfriend gave me the look. Stop being difficult. But I wasn't trying to be. I genuinely didn't understand. It felt like we were in a culinary escape room and I didn't have the clue. When the bill came, I almost laughed. Excessive inquiry fee. $50. I thought it was satire, maybe a playful jab, but it was real. I asked Basil. He didn't smile. Just pointed to the bottom of the menu in microscopic cursive. Disruptive dining behavior may incur an inquiry surcharge. I looked around to see if we were being filmed. Nope. I was just living inside a satirical novel. I asked to speak to the manager. A guy named Laurent appeared, wearing a blazer that cost more than my rent and holding a clipboard like it was a shield. I calmly asked, "Is this a joke?" He said, "We foster a refined, immersive environment. Excessive dialogue with the staff can diminish the experience for others." I said, "I asked about the food. In a restaurant." He replied, "Sir, the experience is meant to be felt, not interrogated." That's when I lost it. I didn't yell. I didn't cause a scene. I simply asked for change, as in coins. I walked to the gas station across the street and got $50 in nickels and pennies. Came back, stacked them on the host stand. Not dumped, stacked, like a tiny angry sculpture. I labeled it with a sticky note, "Payment for crimes against curiosity." Then we walked out. As we left, I told the couple next to us, "Careful with your questions. Breathing too loud might cost extra." They chuckled nervously. Basil did not. We never went back. But a week later, my girlfriend saw a Reddit thread titled, "This restaurant charged me $40 for saying, 'What's this?'" Turns out I wasn't the only one. Enough people shared similar stories that local media picked it up. A food critic dubbed it the restaurant that hates your personality. Eventually, they backpedaled, quietly changed the menu. The fine print now reads, "Curiosity is welcome, within reason." I printed it out and taped it on our fridge. And to this day, whenever I'm confused at a restaurant, I lean in close to the waiter and whisper, "You charge for questions?" just to be safe.